Coming up on this week's edition of the Met Report, the hottest team in college basketball is still Metro's men's team. But can they keep it up going on the road?
Plus, the 5280 Restaurant Week kicks off at the HLC for an exciting 2 weeks.
And there is a new exhibit here on campus that many don't know about, and we give you a sneak peek. This and more coming up on the Met Report. Welcome to this week's edition of the Met Report. I'm Britney Carter.
And I'm Dave Riser. There's a new exhibit at the library that students can check out during their downtime. Reporter Kellen Stone tells us more.
The Amachi Internment Camp exhibit is a display in the Auraria Library showcasing the history of the camp during World War II. We sat down with exhibit host Matthew Mariner for a more in-depth history of the camp.
The one that was in Colorado was the Granada War Relocation Center, which was opened after the executive order was signed to relocate people of Japanese ancestry, signed by Franklin Roosevelt in 1942, just after we entered World War II.
The exhibit shows a wide variety of different artifacts that was recovered from Amachi.
A glass toy tank, like a military tank that used to contain candy or was a candy container. Pieces from the game Go, made out of river rock and seashells, actual pieces of the buildings, the barracks that the internees lived in.
Matthew also tells us why the Auraria campus was picked to show the exhibit.
We have a very diverse student population. People from Metro and from CCD and from UCD all have, maybe they don't know, a vested interest in the history of Colorado.
The exhibit will be in the library until March 10th. So if you are curious on what Colorado's role was during World War II, stop by the display. Reporting for the Met Report, Kellen Stone.
2009 CNN hero Doc Henley was here on campus to support his new book, Wine to Water. This is an international aid organization which provides clean water to millions of people worldwide. The Carolina native has been to some of the most dangerous places to help build water wells or to provide a path to fresh water. His goal is to reach 1 million people in 5 years.
In response to the growing MSU Denver student population and the correlating IT department technical issues, a committee has been set up to collect outage data, devise an action plan, and enact solutions to these problems as they become available. The Strategic Planning Task Force, as it's been called, was formed in September 2012 and was charged by President Jordan with the task of, quote, recommending a comprehensive governance model for its services. Since then, the task force has met weekly and collaborated regularly online through a wiki. The committee hopes to begin enacting a finalized plan of action beginning this April.
Many students here on campus are always looking for ways to get involved and make friends. A great way to do this is to join one of the many different student organizations. Christy Niehoff tells us more about them.
MSU Denver offers more than just academics. With a unique, diverse student body of over 23,000, there are a number of clubs and organizations to match any student's goals or interests.
There are about 167 organizations registered on our website, OrgSync, and I think about 115 of those are active currently.
Clubs offer students much more than just fun and friendships.
It's a great thing to be able to put on a resume, it's a great experience, and it's a way to gain some really valuable skills, I think.
Just how can a student get involved with these organizations?
You can do that all through OrgSync. It's the website that our school uses. It's orgsync.com, and on there you can create a profile, a lot like Facebook. It's similar to social networking, and through that you can then see all the clubs that the school has. You can choose which one you like, register for it, and you can also use those same tools to register for a club. As far as the registration policies and procedures, I would come by the Office of Student Activities and talk to us about it.
With the Met Report, this is Christy Niehoff.
If you are struggling or have ever struggled with substance abuse, or if you know someone struggling with it, MSU Denver is welcoming students to attend meetings to talk about these issues with others. These meetings are taking place every Tuesday at 12:30 in the Auraria Library, room 206. People abuse substances for many different reasons, but having a support group and talking about experiences can help those looking to recover from addictions. These meetings will be taking place every Tuesday from now until the end of the semester.
Another MSU Denver theater production is taking the stage next week. Kiss Me Kate is a romantic comedy filled with laughter and great musical performances. You can catch the performance next Thursday through Saturday at 7:30 p.m. The show is also airing the week of March 9th at 7:30 with a special matinee performance on Sunday, March 10th at 2:30. Students with a valid ID can receive a free admission. Tickets for general admission are $20 for adults and $15 for kids and seniors. Parking is free in the 7th Street Garage with your ticket stub. Remember, you can purchase tickets online, by phone, or in person at the King Center box office. For more information, call 303-556-2296 or go to ahec.edu/kingcenter/box office. You know, Dave, I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to seeing that show.
Yeah, they always tend to do a good job, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Coming up after the break, the women's basketball team is fighting for a postseason position and looking for revenge on the road against Regis.
And with the passing of Amendment 64, we go out to see what that means for Auraria campus.
The Met Report is brought to you today in part by the Health Center at Auraria, reminding students who are new to the Auraria campus this semester that the deadline for submitting required immunization forms and documents is March 1st. Real-time updates are on Twitter at BeWellAuraria. News and events are on Facebook at Health Center at Auraria and the Wellness channel in Connect U. More information can be located at msudenver.edu/health center.
Welcome back. Although Denver's Restaurant Week does not officially start until the 23rd, the festivities began on the Auraria campus this week. A press conference and a small party was held in Metro's new hospitality center to celebrate the beginning of this year's Denver Restaurant Week. President Jordan, the CEO of Visit Denver, Richard Scharf, and Mayor Michael Hancock all spoke at the event to promote the 2 weeks ahead. After the press conference, the mayor showed his skills as a chef as he made bananas Foster for those who attended. Denver Restaurant Week is going on from February 23rd through March 8th. For more information and restaurant listings, visit denver.org/Denver Restaurant. Denver Mayor Michael Hancock talks about why he's excited for Restaurant Week and for Metro State.
In great cities, chefs are just as famous as our sports heroes. So watch out, Gallinari. Jackson Lamb is in the house. we are here. Tourism is our second largest industry in Denver, so it only makes sense that tourism and hospitality are major programs at our largest downtown university, and I congratulate Metropolitan State University.
On February 4th, 21-year-old Kelsey Jean Schelling of Denver, Colorado disappeared while traveling to Pueblo to visit her boyfriend. Schelling's car was found in Pueblo on February 14th, but her whereabouts are still unknown. Schelling has brown hair, hazel eyes, a tan complexion, and is 5 foot 4 inches tall and weighs approximately 120 pounds. Schelling has 3 tattoos, a Chinese symbol on the back of her neck, cursive writing on the inside of her left arm, and a fleur-de-lis on her ribcage. Authorities are asking if if anyone has information about her whereabouts to call the Pueblo Police Department at 719-553-2422.
Since marijuana has become legal in the state, the police have cracked down on driving under the influence. The current level for a DUI is blood alcohol content of 0.08 or higher. Here in Colorado, lawmakers have yet to establish a similar test for marijuana. We took to the campus to view the opinions of the students on this new matter.
Since Washington and Colorado legalized marijuana, the law has been cracking down on drivers and how THC is affecting people on the road. Washington is currently ahead of the game doing scientific studies to see how THC affects your driving skills. Driving tests were conducted with officers, driving instructors, cameras, human test subjects, and marijuana. We then took to the campus and asked the students their opinions on driving and being under the influence.
I think it's a good idea. I mean, obviously, there's scientific data that shows that THC affects your motor skills, and you need your motor skills to be in line when you're driving.
Anything that impairs driving, whether it be drugs or alcohol, is bad.
We asked Officer Molander from Auraria campus his thoughts on the issue.
You know, we have had a couple more people than usual smoking in public, and those people we've contacted and addressed accordingly. I think the biggest issue right now is just information. A lot of people have questions on what they can do and can't do. As far as being able to use the drug in public, that's still illegal. If people are caught using the drug in public, they will be charged and prosecuted through the city courts.
We can conclude that legalizing marijuana may bring about issues in other categories, such as driving impaired. Multiple views come out as the law plays in effect.
You know, I tell them be careful. You know, do your research, know the laws, and the school environment needs to be treated like a business environment. You're here for a purpose. You wouldn't come to class drunk. Don't come to class high.
Jesse Salazar, Met Report.
The infamous Carnival Triumph touched land again on Thursday after being stuck at sea for 5 days. The Coast Guard announced on Monday that the Carnival Triumph's engine room fire was caused by a leak in the fuel oil return line. The line stretches from the fuel tank to the ship's number 6 engine. According to former Navy commander, damage to the ship would have been a lot worse if the crew had not responded as quickly as they did. Investigators are looking further into the cause of the fire and why the ship wasn't operable for 5 days.
Joaquin Guzman, known as El Chapo, is the leader of the drug cartel in Sinaloa, Mexico. To this day, he is the world's most wanted and dangerous drug lord. The recently elected Mexican president, Enrique Peña Nieto, has taken the initiative to bring down all the cartels while placing his main focus on El Chapo. It has been rumored that the Sinaloa cartel is in alliance with the Colombia cartel. Colombian President Juan Manuel Santos has ordered an investigation to discover if there is any alleged presence of members of the Mexican cartel in Colombia.
Following the resignation of Pope Benedict XVI, the Catholic world is awaiting the appointment of a new pope. And officials at the Vatican are signaling that they want to hold the conclave, the meeting of the cardinals to elect the new pope, earlier than originally planned. Just 1 week ago, the Vatican had said that they wanted to hold the conclave in mid-March, but now it may be somewhat earlier. Many are also asking, after the spiritual leader to thousands of people, where does the Pope go? For the last 600 years, each Pope has died on the job. Experts say that that Benedict will spend the rest of his days on the level of a priest, while possibly serving as a secret advisor to his replacement.
I'm really interested to see how this is all going to play out, because this is something that not even close to any of us have experienced
totally
before.
New. It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Well, coming up after the break, LeeAnna Duarte joins us on desk to tell us how the track and field team did this past weekend.
And Leah Raaflaub comes to the studio to get you updated on everything going on in Hollywood. But before we go to break, Jay Colgerson has our 7-day forecast. But first,
have you ever wanted something to be different in your college classes or even here on campus? Let your voice be heard by taking the National Survey of Student Engagement, brought to you by the Academic and Student Affairs Office. Plus, every time a student fills out a survey, a donation will be made to the MSU Denver Food Bank. More information will be sent to your email this spring about details of this nationwide survey.
It's going to be a white weekend, but it looks like sunshine by this time next week. Saturday we'll have a high of 49 and low of 23. Sunday we'll have a 60% chance of snow showers with winds anticipated at 20 miles per hour. Monday and Tuesday both have a 20% chance of precipitation with a high of 38 on Monday, 45 degrees on Tuesday, and lows of 23 for both days. Expect sun at the end of the week, 44 degrees on Wednesday, 51 on Thursday, and 53 degrees on Friday. This has been Jake Holgerson with the Met Report Weather.
Now and then I get insecure from all the pain. I'm so ashamed. I am beautiful, no matter what they say. Words can't bring me down.
Where I bring Hollywood a mile high.
Aligning the Hollywood stars over Denver.
I'm here to bring you the latest juicy gossip from the mile high to the streets of Hollywood.
Give your most handsome look to that camera.
Where I'll be bringing you the latest gossip from Tinseltown all the way up to a mile high.
I didn't get any injuries. I was okay. I was a little dancing, things, you know.
Check us out every Friday live at 12:30 p.m. on The Met Report.
Just in studio to get you updated on the stories from Hollywood, Leah Raaflaub is here. What's going on, Leah?
Hi Metro, I'm Leah Raaflaub, bringing you all the Hollywood excitement right here to the Mile High. We start this week on a sad note with the death of country singer Mindy McCready, who was found dead on her front porch of an alleged self-inflicted gun wound. McCready was 37 years old and had apparently had her own struggles recently, including her boyfriend and father of her second son, who had committed suicide this last January. Shortly after the death of her boyfriend, McCready went to an alcohol and drug treatment center where she was released just 2 days later. McCready leaves behind 2 young sons. Our condolences are with the McCready family during this terrible time. On a lighter note, this past Monday, Fergie and Josh Duhamel announced they are blessed to be having a baby. It will be the first child for the couple who have been married since 2009. People were shocked to hear the news as just days before, Fergie hosted a wine event. Nonetheless, Fergie tweeted on Monday, "Josh and me and baby makes 3, my lovely baby bump. Congratulations to the happy couple." It's a big week in television as Celebrity Wife Swap returns on the 26th at 8 p.m. and you'll never guess who they've got in store to bring back the season. Miss Kendra Wilkinson and Miss Kate Gosselin herself. Just when you thought she was gone for good, she's back. Wilkinson, former Playboy and star of Girls Next Door, will swap places with Gosselin, former star of John and Kate Plus 8. That's right, Wilkinson will be leaving her 1 son to watch 8 children. Yikes. Sure will be interesting to see how that turns out. Also on TV this week is one of the biggest television events of the entire year, the Oscars. This year is incredibly special, it being the 85th season for the Academy Awards. The Oscars will be aired this Sunday on ABC at 7 p.m. Some Best Picture nominations include Life of Pi, Django Unchained, Lincoln, and Zero Dark 30. And with a hot guest list including Bradley Cooper, Amy Adams, Hugh Jackman, Anne Hathaway, Denzel Washington, and Helen Hunt, it's a show you're for sure not going to want to miss. Just 3 short days ago, the phone recording in which a convicted murderer describes his plot to kill Justin Bieber was released. The recording, in which Dana Martin, who is currently serving 2 life sentences for raping and killing a 15-year-old girl, explains the conspiracy he planned on carrying through. Martin hired hitman Tanner Ruane to both kill and castrate Bieber, in which the recording clearly explains and oddly uses the word pit bulls as code for Bieber.
No, like the way I work, dude, the way I work is I like to know as little as possible. He's going to use one of the things you gave him to get him out of this, and then he's going to go take care of it. We went and we bought some, you know, the hedge clippers. You're going to give me 5 large for each one I get.
You're going to kill the pit bulls, and you're going to castrate them. Tie it really, really tight. Knot it in the front once, really tight, and put it in a knot. That cuts off the oxygen, and then you tie it in the back again, really tight.
We're both so excited for the Oscars this Sunday.
am.
I'm excited to see what people are wearing. I'm
Me
totally
too.
into
I
that.
love the dresses.
Sure you are as well?
I very much am. I hope Daniel Day-Lewis comes dressed as Lincoln. That's what I'm hoping for.
You would hope that.
After the break, LeeAnna Duarte gets us updated on all sports teams in Met Report Sports.
All night long and do it all again so I can find my way back home.
The sun seems to shine a little less since you've been gone.
You were the one I wanted. Don't stray, don't ever go away.
I'll just smile and everyone will wanna go with it. Oh.
Joining us on desk is LeeAnna Duarte. LeeAnna, how was this past week for our sports teams?
The women's basketball team is getting hot at the right time, winners of 5 straight, looking for revenge against Regis, a team that beat them earlier this season at home. We begin with our women's team getting fired up for the game. The Rangers' Katie Vader gets things started for Regis with the easy layup. She led the Rangers with 13 points. Metro started off a little shaky in the first half, but it doesn't take long for Metro's Emily Wood to answer back. She poured in 60 points to lead all Metro scorers. Metro passes the ball, and here comes Cassie Lambrecht shooting a beautiful shot from beyond the arc, and it's good. She had 15 points. Kaya DeGarmo makes a quick pass to Janessa Burke, who gets it in for the 2. Metro up at the half, and here's Brandy Valencia with another long-range shot, and oh, money! Oh, watch out for Lambrecht with another amazing 3. They had 7 total. Metro gives Regis a little payback with the win, 64-49.
I think we did a really good at making everyone touch the ball. I mean, they ran a zone, they're pretty high, that 2-3 zone, but I thought we did a really good job. It took us a while to get into that rhythm, but once we just kept moving it and reversing it, everyone touched the ball, we were able to find shots.
There are only 4 weeks left in the regular season, so these next couple games will be crucial. This weekend, the women head down south for a matchup against Fort Lewis tonight and Adams State tomorrow night. The RMAC title is within reach, and Metro's men's basketball team heads to Regis in hopes of continuing their hot undefeated streak. Story of the game, big man Jonathan Morris coming off the bench. For the first time in his career, he did not get the start due to a minor injury, but that didn't stop him from leading the way, scoring 24 points, and he became Metro's all-time rebound leader, passing Shun Tillman's mark of 915, nabbing 7 rebounds throughout the game. But Morse wasn't the only one having a big game. Demetrius Miller burns the 2 to help Metro get on top. He had 18 points, and yet the Rangers still kept pace, and Metro went into the half up by 1. Coming out of the half, Morse, keeping things alive, goes up for 2 and gets it. Mitch McCarron with the steal, and he goes in for the layup, and it's gold. Now here's Jamal McClurkin, who goes up and gets the and 1. Metro goes on to win in convincing fashion, 83-62. The men are also headed for Southwest Colorado this weekend to take on Fort Lewis and Adams State. And be sure to tune in next week as Met reporters Kevin Hall and Peter Aragon bring you all the action from Durango and Almoza. Metro's indoor track and field team headed up to Golden this past weekend to take part in the Joe Davies Open. We start off with junior Darius Reed, who looks to improve his automatic qualifying time for nationals. Reed improved his record and then some, creating a school record for the 60-meter hurdles. Reed won the race in 7.72 seconds. He beat his previous record time of 7.82. Then we have freshman Janelle Links, who ran a provisional qualifying time in the 3,000 meters. Links finished second in the 3K out of 23 runners with a time of 9:58. Her time also set a school record. Next up for the team is RMAC Indoor Track and Field Championship being held in Spearfish, South Dakota this weekend. And while the baseball and softball teams were not in action this weekend, they will be in this weekend with baseball squaring off on the road against Eastern New Mexico and softball kicking off the RMAC play at home against Colorado Christian.
Great, we're really excited to watch all those games.
Oh yeah, let's go Metro Sports.
Yes.
That's right. Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of the Met Report. For Leah Raaflaub, LeeAnna Duarte, Britney Carter, I'm Dave Riser. We'll see you on campus.